just sitting there and can't even execute any tasks because I'm like, there's just so much to do and I don't even know where to start. Diabetes affects millions of people and comes in different forms. This whole little kit was like $4 at Aldi, but it was so cute. It's got the reindeer, which I just noticed is actually broken. I don't think I broke it. I added this snowy background with some festive lights, hoping it gives a cozy holiday feel and helps the photo stand out a little bit more. I think that's the biggest advice I can give anyone. So just remember that everyone's day 1, day 7, year 3, year 4 looks different. And I know it's really hard, but don't compare yourself to anyone else but your own progress. Happy Thanksgiving week. I am going to be filming things a little bit different this week. Typically I film over the course of a couple days, but today we're filming all in one shot and just one day this week. I'll explain why. I am very behind on computer work. So things like our October finances, I need to record all my expenses and also do my Paper and Spark spreadsheets. I love them for tracking finances. It's been incredible. I did my first finances all by myself with TurboTax and it worked out great. Keeping up on that though is so important because I think last year I didn't do the last 4 months and I regretted it deeply. So really try to keep up with it each month. So I still have to do October. I also have a huge batch of new decals that I have not uploaded to the website and Etsy. And I also have a new order coming in Wednesday, which will be even more than I need to upload. So very behind on having what we actually have available in the shop available to purchase. And I'm still working on the shirts that I wanted to launch last week. It just has not happened because I have not had the time or the space to do so. So I just wanted to give myself space to do those things and get that done this week and make it a priority. Next week will probably look a little bit similar because it'll be Thanksgiving break for my oldest. And we have a jammed pack week next week too, so it'll probably look very similar to this, but focusing on different things. I also wanted to share something important about Black Friday this year. We have in the past done a Black Friday sale. We did one last year, and this year I decided not to. Instead, I'm going to be donating 10% of all of our sales to an organization. I have not chosen the organization yet. There is one local I'm really looking into because I've heard great things about it, but then I've also thought about taking whatever awareness we sell the most of and then donating to an organization towards that awareness. If that makes sense. We are a very small shop, so it's not going to be a huge amount that we're donating because of how small we are, and our orders aren't huge by any means, but it really felt more meaningful and resonated more with my shop to do that instead of a sale. I had mentioned in the past that like my dream, my super big goal would be to be able to donate like at least 10%, if not more, off each sale to different organizations and do that every month. But honestly, we have not made it to like a very profitable business that it's just not going to happen right now. I am hoping that that is something that is in our future. Again, I just have to really work on our finances, if that makes sense. I do get told I price a little too low, which is probably accurate. So I really just need to figure out the sweet spot for all of it and what makes the most sense. That was the longest intro, but for today's vlog, we're going to be doing some more social media photos, but I got some really cute props that I'm excited to use. I have a poster board that we're going to use with some like fake snow and also some like beads that are more Christmassy colors, and that's where I'm going to take all my gift idea photos. I mentioned last week all these different gift ideas I had, which really overwhelmed me as we were talking, but I think that this will be a really cute thing I can do for next month really, and hopefully start using some of the content soon. But we're going to be taking photos of that. We're also going to be taking photos of our entire holiday collection, so that way I can get some of that out there. We're going to be packing some orders. I have a custom order I worked on yesterday for 6 t-shirts. We're going to pack that today. I just had an order come through, so we're going to pack that one as well. I am running out of very soon. This is all I have left. This is my thank you for being a repeat customer sticker. So we're gonna label print some of these so I can show you how that's done too. It's pretty simple, pretty easy, and I love that I can just make a ridiculous amount of stickers very, very quickly. Again, they're not as cute as my packaging stickers. I have way more details, but it's a lot of work for me to do those stickers for my own shop, honestly. I do use some of them still here and there, but I've been using those and it's been going well. I also need to print out some Alzheimer's awareness stickers too. So lots to do today and I'm excited. We're also going to be wrapping up our November awareness spotlight with diabetes, CRPS, and Alzheimer's. So grab something cozy and let's get into today's vlog. We're going to go ahead and update my total orders. Since last week, we are at 2,601. My goal for this month, which I don't think we're gonna hit, but a lot of my goals for this month were very stretched and I was very aware that I may not hit them. But this one, my total order goal was to get to 2,750. And I mean, that would be kind of crazy because we technically have like less than 2 full weeks. I could see us getting to 2,700, but I think the 50 is going to be a little dicey. But we'll see next week where we're at and then be able to go from there. I couldn't finish decorating last week because I was missing some lights and I got them. I just never put them up. So we're actually going to do that right now so I don't let that get away from me. I think we're just gonna leave it as is right there, but something I'm gonna have to finish at some point. I think I just need like a really, really good brain dump session because I feel like I've just had so many different things that I wanna work on and do. And sometimes I feel like get a little overwhelmed, and then I don't know if you've ever felt this before, but I feel like I have too much tasks to do paralysis where I'm like just sitting there and can't even execute any tasks because I'm like there's just so much to do and I don't even know where to start. So I'm hoping kind of like focusing on that stuff that's really been just in the back of my mind of the things that I need to get done this week. It will really help me move forward for the next several weeks. Speaking of like holidayness and craziness, I have set my cutoff to receive by Christmas as December 13th. With the letters I send, sometimes people get them within a couple days, sometimes it takes 2 weeks. It's like hit or miss. The post office deadline is December 17th for ground advantage, and I just decided to set my date as the 13th to give even more time for orders to get out. And setting it as the 13th, that means I should be able to get everything out on that Monday, the 15th. And if it's like a shirt order or transfer order, I should be able to get it out on that 16th, 17th, the absolute latest. So I'm just giving myself enough time to get as much as I can done and give myself that room and space. But before we get into too much of the work that I need to get done around the office, I figured now is a great time to talk about our final awareness spotlights for the month of November. These causes are so important and truly deserve space. The first one we're going to talk about is diabetes. Diabetes affects millions of people and comes in different forms such as type 1 and type 2. Both require daily management, ongoing monitoring, and so much strength. What many people don't realize is how much effort, planning, and emotional weight can go into living with diabetes or caring for someone who has it. Early detection and education and consistent access to care makes such a difference in long-term health. If diabetes is a part of your journey or your family story, you deserve support, understanding, and the resources to help make life a little easier. Diabetes doesn't define anyone. People navigate this every day with so much resilience. And next I want to talk about another condition that deserves more understanding and awareness. CRPS, or complex Regional pain syndrome is often called one of the most painful conditions. It's a chronic pain disorder that can begin after an injury or surgery, and the pain can be far more intense than the original cause. What makes CRPS especially challenging is that it's often invisible, and that can make people feel misunderstood or dismissed. Awareness helps bring compassion, recognition, and support to the CRPS community. With the right care, therapy, and understanding, people living with CRPS can find ways to manage symptoms and improve quality of life. If CRPS is a part of your story, your strength matters so much. And as a reminder, you are not imagining your pain, and you deserve to be believed. The last spotlight I want to share with you today affects so many families and caregivers. Alzheimer's is a progressive disease that affects memory, thinking, and daily life, and it impacts not only the person diagnosed, but their entire support system. It can bring moments of confusion, frustration, and heartache, especially for caregivers who show up with so much patience and love every day. Awareness helps promote early detection, research, and support for families navigating this journey. There is incredible work happening in the Alzheimer's community, and every bit of advocacy helps us move closer to better treatment and understanding. If Alzheimer's has touched your life, my heart is with you. And to the caregivers, you are seen, appreciated, and incredibly strong. Thank you for listening to my awareness spotlights. I truly appreciate it because they deserve so much space, and I love being able to spread awareness. Now it's time to switch gears. Let's pack some orders and get some of that stuff done together. My lights are already falling, so I have to find a way to stabilize them. What I'm doing right now is I'm just putting together washing instructions for the shirts. I don't have like tags or anything like that for them. I do want to do that in the future. I just haven't honestly had time to sit there and do that. I also don't sell a ton of shirts, if I'm being quite honest. I sell a couple here and there, but I think having the ability to tag them would be helpful with the washing instructions. I also am including a business card because I know they're going out to different people, and also just a little sticker, one of my mini stickers. So I'm just like packaging that up, and then we're gonna add that to each shirt, and I'll put them separately in a bag so that way she can hand them out. It's actually one of my friends who ordered all this, and I'm, like I said, putting my business card just so they know who I am and that they can buy stickers for me or whatever else if they're looking for something specific, that I'm always open to doing other projects too. I have to share these too before we get started, but I made these yesterday. So this is a mama crew neck that I made for myself, and I just thought it turned out so cute. I mean, if you want one of these, message me and I can do it, but I don't know if it'll make it on the website at the rate I'm going. And then I made this neurodiversity one, which I plan on posting. I was trying Bella Canvas sweatshirts, which I know are a little bit more expensive, and I have one in Bella Canvas, so I was like, this is Gildan Soft Style that I have on right now, and I like Gildan Soft Style, but I was like, let's just try it and see what happens. And then I also did the other ones over there, the cookie baking crew I did in red, and then this is the Merry Christmas in green, and we're gonna be adding these to the website too. Lots to do. I'll be excited to give you an update next week. I was pressing shirts yesterday for a very long time because I was doing my shirt. I did two of my own shirts where I did the front made with Monday, and then on the sleeve I did the website, and then I did another one made with Monday, and then down here I did like a little made with Monday patch. These are things I probably could have been doing, like t-shirt stuff that I'm talking about, but I already had the heat press going and I was like, why not? And I wanted to do the holiday ones, have my entire holiday collection out together. And then I also wanted to do that other one for the holidays. That was definitely my fault. I should know better, but I really enjoy making. I think it's just sometimes the process of going ahead and getting all that stuff done sometimes that can be hard. And I want to fold these so she can see what size it is, so she doesn't have to take it out of the packaging to see the size. Normally I would fold it with the design out, but I don't want to do that this time. They'll be able to still see the design. Just like a cute little package there. Like I said, this is for a friend. She ordered these a week ago, but she wanted to do them. She's a really good friend. She wanted to do them early enough so that way I had enough time and like no stress behind it, which was great because I could do it on my own time in case I got busy last week or something. I didn't have to rush about it, but they don't need these for like a month. I'm just excited I can get them out, and that's why I was like, oh, save it to tomorrow to pack it because I had orders to pack last night and stuff too. I was also trying to like get together my shopping supply list because of Black Friday sales. I always watch sales for items I use all the time, like packing supplies and shipping supplies and sticker paper and all that stuff. So I really try to poly bags, everything that I can kind of order ahead, and I try to do so over the next course of this week so that way I can get it at a cheaper rate. And I know the prices for like everything I order frequently, so I know if it's like a good steal or if I see that price all the time, then I'll pass. We are gonna go ahead and get started on taking photos. And again, I'm taking photos of my entire holiday spread. So shirts, bookmarks, and stickers. And then I'm going to go ahead and organize it into like little gift ideas, things like that. The little gift ideas we'll do for like therapists and teachers and coaches, things like that I'll be doing as well. I don't know how much I'll get done today, but I'm for sure gonna get done all the holiday promos because I need to start posting that like last month. Honestly, November 1st, I should have been like posting all this. This is just another reminder next year. I'm much earlier than I was last year, but next year I need to be even more earlier. But I just want to kind of show you some of my ideas and things that I purchased and kind of where I got them from. So I got this like fake snow at Hobby Lobby, and I'll be putting it, I'm going to prop it up so you can have this as the backdrop, but then also laying down some of the snow for the props. I did get actually fake snow to sprinkle on top of stuff too if I wanted to. I got some bells to add in the like corner or just like a little touch of something else. I did get warm white like fairy lights, and also I got multicolored. I found the multicolored at Aldi very cheap, and these ones I got from Hobby Lobby. I just wanted to add that maybe underneath the snow or around it, just to add again a little something extra. It's gonna be a lot of playing. I did get this slab. This wood slab could be used at any time of the year. I really just liked it. A lot of my colors that I use in my photos typically are like white, gray, blues. And then I also have like a whitewash wood that I use in the backdrops, and also like the wood of the table. So I thought that this would be just kind of neutralish too. This whole little kit was like $4 at Aldi, but it was so cute. It's got the reindeer, which I just noticed is actually broken. I don't think I broke it. Whatever. But I really just liked the string of beads, and then the Christmas tree and the little house. I got this little book store house guy, and the lights, it's like a really dim light, but I wonder if we could change that or if it just needs a new battery, but it's very dim. I got this one. Well, first of all, I loved it, but I also got it for when I do like the bookish themes. I figured I could put this in the background. I guess it won't be the focal point. It'll just be off to the side a little bit. That's what I'm working with for the holiday ones. And again, I'm gonna just do this array of gifts, but I started social media planning already for December. And I typically try to start planning about 3 weeks out. I'm a little bit behind schedule because I honestly haven't even finished filming content for November, but I wanna make sure that I'm ahead of it and starting to look at it. So I'm starting to figure things out right now. I have, how it kind of works is I come up with a list of ideas that I want to cover, topics I want to cover, and stuff I want to showcase. And then I can start like plugging in on dates, like moving it around for the month, like what makes sense. I want to do separate gift giving days where we can like focus on the reader, the nurse, the teacher, the bus driver, things like that. So it's this whole big thing I have in my head, and we will see how all this goes. My current background for a lot of my sticker showcases, I like flip through a stack of stickers. And I wanted to change that up a little bit and add a few other things. Did have some fabric from before, and I went ahead and like ironed that out. So I'll be able to add that, and then like maybe the same color construction paper to like create more of a border to make it look a little bit nicer. So we have like that kind of coming, and I'm still working on, but that'll be for like everyday stuff. So not priority one right now. Just wanted to show you that before we now get started and setting everything up. So let's get to it. I'm starting off by taking some new photos of the updated variations of my holiday shirts so I can refresh the website listings and also use the pictures for social media. I'm trying to batch as much content as I can. So I'm also photographing all the holiday tees, bookmarks, and stickers while everything's set up. I added this snowy background with some festive lights, hoping it gives a cozy holiday feel and helps the photo stand out a little bit more. And I also took some photos of the new sweatshirts I just made. I'm not exactly sure when they'll be available, but if you see one you love, just send me a message. I'm really excited about these, and I can't wait to share more. Next up, we're actually going to go ahead and pack the 2 orders that I have. I want to pack those and get them set up so then we can adjust the Rollo to do my sticker printing. Let's grab those. It's actually 2 orders. I think I mentioned before it was 1. We actually got another one, and they're both for card decals. One is for Down Syndrome Awareness Sunflower card decal, and the other one is for multiple sclerosis sunflower card decal. They're actually in 2 different bins, so we'll pull those. Alright, so the first one is in this big one. This is actually really heavy, and I learned my lesson to not pack them so heavy. And this is for our 6-inch card decal, which is the biggest size I offer. I can offer bigger sizes. They just kind of get hard to adhere at that point, and it can be kind of stressful. I think a 6-inch is perfect. And then we do offer 4 and 5-inch, and again, I don't go below 4 because the details get to be a little too fine and challenging, honestly. And then the other one is for, all right, let's get them packed up. Don't mind my desk, it's a little crazy right here. My friend called these cello snakes, and now I can't unsee it, so I hope you have that thought now too. So this packaging, the size I use for my 4 and 5-inch decals, and this one I use for my 6-inch decals. And with every package that I do a decal, I include decal application instructions, rubbing alcohol, and shout out to my mom. She rounded 1,000,000 corners for me this weekend, and it helped me so much. She also put a lot of these in bags for me, so I didn't have to do it, and like completely helped restock me, which shout out to her. And then in each of these orders, I also include a vinyl squeegee. I was gonna do just like a flat, like almost credit card looking squeegee, but these are so much better and what I would prefer, and they're so much nicer to get all these fine details on. Hands down, prefer that over anything else. They're a little bit obviously more expensive, but I think it's well worth it. These are my thank yous. I actually get them from Vistaprint now. On the back, it's a little note, but I always still include another note because I genuinely appreciate when people buy from me, and it really means a lot. And sometimes I write like longer notes than others depending on the situation or repeat customers, but I genuinely just appreciate people spending their money on my shop. Like, it really truly means a lot. I always add this extra tape here just to make sure nothing pops open. And then I do one of these. This is kind of my new favorite. It says, when you support small business, you're supporting a dream. We're gonna do purple because it matches so nicely. Okay, so I'm gonna get labels on these and then we're gonna do the roller printing. I just realized I'm out of that color. I love, oh, this fell off with the orchid. Ooh, that one fell off too. The orchid's dying. So I'm out of the color I used for the last, it was my favorite one, I think, for the thank you for your repeat customer one. For most people, they could probably just throw this on a roll and it work great. For me, it does not. It does better when I kind of hold it. I think this one's a 2-inch actually. Some of these are 2.5 and some of them are 2-inch. This is a 2 point. If you have a Rollo or a thermal printer, honestly, that was one of probably my first bigger purchases when I started the business that I was like nervous about because it like really meant I was doing a business. It's been like my best purchase though. I love it. I like the Rollo. There's just like one issue that you have to work out with it to like do special prints. But customer support will like take control of your computer and just do it for you, and it makes it so easy. And then you shouldn't have a problem again unless you need to reinstall it. I've had to contact Rollo customer support now twice. Most amazing group of people to work with. Honestly, the best. So highly recommend. Okay, I just want to show you, I don't know if you can see my screen. I always have to turn mine. I don't know why. This is the only way it works. But they have like a whole design app inside Rollo, and I can save these. I don't know why I don't just save this one. This is not the one we're working on. So I have all my designs saved already. Okay, here it is. And then I try to like stretch it out as much to like fill up as much space as we can. And then once I print it, I may need to adjust it just a tiny bit. And just print. And then I have to like go to the specific, the custom printer. And then you just have to change the size of the sticker. And then that should print. This is like way too over. Sometimes it just needs a few times to like get to the point of where it's supposed to be at. So I'll probably print like 2 more and see if it evens out on its own. Okay, so it's getting better. It's almost there. That's definitely better. So I think we're gonna print like 10 now. I might move it just a tad. It looks good, but I'm just myself. Now we're gonna print 50. So you'll see kind of what I have to do to make sure it like stays in place, but this takes like no time. I decided to print another 50 because just while I'm going, I might as well just keep going. All right. I'm just sitting here manifesting that we're gonna have 100 repeat customers. Let's hope so, right? But then I just roll this and then I'll just put it in those slots, and it worked out really cute. I got that from IKEA, and those individual slots, but it's been working out really well. I didn't realize how low I was on those. I did not want to be that low, so I'm glad we caught that today. But this is the one I'm talking about. I love these colors. You can see it. Love. I don't know if I can buy this one separate or not. I'll have to look into it, because this was all a big package. I looked up like Gradient on Amazon, like Gradient packaging stickers. This one's almost out, but they're kind of all the same, so it's not that big of a deal. That one's pretty stocked. That one's getting low, and that one's stocked. So let's actually do some purple, and we'll do the thank you for supporting my small business. So it's not printing anymore. I don't know why. I'll have to work on that another day. I don't have time for it. So we're done with Rollo printing. At least I got the thank you for your repeat customer ones done. I probably just need to restart my computer and restart the Rollo. But again, I don't got time for that today. We're actually going to move on to printing the Alzheimer's disease awareness stickers. I need some content for social media, plus I'm running out, so we're going to go ahead and print some of those right now. I'm making a batch of Alzheimer's awareness stickers today. I start by printing the designs, then I apply a self-adhesive laminate on top to make them durable and long-lasting. After that, I run the sheets through the laminator on a cold setting. It just helps ensure everything seal and adhere a little bit better. Once it's done, I place them on my Cricut mat and let the machine do its thing. This is always one of my favorite parts to watch. Every sticker like this helps spread awareness and support families affected by Alzheimer's, and I'm grateful to create them. Got those done, which is great. I think that was the last of my needed to film for the month of November. So I should have all my content done today. So we got the holiday stuff done. I got those done. So I should be up to date on content, which would be great. And then that way I can start moving on to December. This year has truly flown by. It's crazy to think of too. I was just looking at my finances this morning and just looking at how we've grown from last year and just really looking at all that. It's incredible. I think that if you are thinking about doing a small business or have a small business and get discouraged, just keep going. I think that's the biggest advice I can give anyone who is struggling, is just to keep going. Keep doing what you love. If you love making or doing your product, just keep doing it. Make more of it. Find your area, your specialty, all those things, and track the things like going to different states. Track, you received an order once a week or once a month or whatever it may be, no matter how big or how small. It's just crazy to see what could potentially happen if you just try, because if you don't try, you don't know. And I think that that's really key. I wanted to show you this because this is just kind of going along with that of if I could go back in time and tell myself something, it would just to be keep going and keep your head up, which I did pretty much of. But to give you an idea, do this too. This is so fun to reflect on. But this was January. This was the first day we announced to everyone that we opened how many orders I had our first month. So you know that the 5 was friends and family. And then it was 2 other orders trickled in, and that was it. So just remember that everyone's day 1, day 7, year 3, year 4 looks different. And I know it's really hard, but don't compare yourself to anyone else but your own progress. And that's why I keep this, because in January of this year, I looked back at January of last year and then got to see, wow, we improved. Anything would be improvement, even month to month. I mean, February was worse than January, so it's just, then you start to see things happen though, and you can visually see it on the calendar. And I have mine going from last year. I literally wanted to see what we did last November, because I feel like this November's been a little odd. I've had really good days, and then I've had 1 or 2 orders, and that was it. So it's just been kind of like a weird month. I just wanted to like be transparent and be real with you guys that it's not always orders, that there are some other things happening and it takes a while to get there, and that's okay. And that may not be like your goals either. Like my goals don't have to be the same as your goals, things like that. It's just like one of those reminders as we go into this crazy holiday season, and we'll see what happens because I have no idea what will happen. And that's a wrap for today's vlog. I know it was kind of just a shorter day, but we accomplished so much. Like, I'm feeling really good about where I stand as of right now. I feel I'm on the right track to getting some more social media content. That's just gonna take some time, but at least I have like kind of a rhythm going at this point. We got a good amount of stuff done that I needed to get done, and I'm feeling hopeful for the rest of the week I can really focus in on computer work, and I'll update you next week about how that goes, so make sure you subscribe. I really hope that the rest of this week I'll be able to do the things that were weighing on me, such as finance, those t-shirts that were supposed to be up last week. Hopefully I can say they're up on next week's vlog. Also, thank you so much for supporting me in our choice to donate 10% of our sales instead of doing a Black Friday sale. It truly means the world to me. I cannot wait to share where the donation goes. I hope you all have a beautiful Thanksgiving week, and I'll see you in the next video as we move towards December content. And again, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss it. See you next time.